Raquel who gets the catch. He's got patrol.
Metro of Section 4 for the past decade, each section has gone through 2 schools. If you want to win Section 4, you have to go through Tartan, and if you want to win in Section 4 Class 3A, you have to go through Mahtomedi. Tonight, 2 Metro East Conference powerhouses go head-to-head here tonight from Oakdale, Minnesota, as the Tartan Titans take on the Mahtomedi Zephyrs live exclusively here on Suburban Community Channels TV 19. With Jordan Gustafson, I'm Alex Westdale. We want to thank you for joining us here tonight on this third day of March 2021. And Jordan, between these 2 teams, we had a chance to talk about the matchup coming into play. 2 teams coming in on a winning streak and a big rivalry between the 2 of them.
Oh yeah. I think it's going to be a great game. A lot of defense, a lot of offense. I mean, the last time we saw Mahtomedi play had a couple of really awesome plays, and I know the Tartans can put them up too.
Taking a look at the last couple of matchups, and again, these teams are built very similarly. They score a lot of points. Tartan is stout defensively, as you'll find in the East Metro, but Mahtomedi, that defensive difference as far as the points that they give up might be the difference in this basketball game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they have to play defense. They have to make sure to man up, help everything they can do to stop the perimeter and driving into the lane.
Underwood, Carlson, and Molly, the leading scorers for the Zephyrs. Thompson, Love, and Burns, the leading scorers for the Tartan Titans. We'll pause for a moment for the playing of the national anthem here from the home of the Air Force Blue and Black. This is your home for Tartan and Mahtomedi Zephyr boys basketball. SCC TV Sports.
Your cooperation in these matters is greatly appreciated. Fans, at this time I invite you to rise. I would ask that all fans please remove your caps, direct your attention to our nation's flag, and join us in honoring America as we play our national anthem.
Tartan High School, the site of this one here tonight. The anthem's complete, and the starting lineup's about to be announced over here at Oakdale, Minnesota. Again, with Jordan Gustafson, I'm Alex West. Joined the last two times these 2 teams played each other. They haven't played against each other for the reason I think we all know, in a calendar year. And Tartan, again, the last time that they played the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, a 62-46 win against Mahtomedi, and as you see their head coach of the Zephyrs, Keith Newman, as Mahtomedi announced here at the arena. 3 wins in a row in the regular season matchup between Tartan and Mahtomedi. Tartan winners of 6 of the last 4, and Mahtomedi with some very good teams in the middle part of the decade, the 16-17 team and the 18-19 team. Parker Fox, a big name that Mahtomedi Zephyr fans remember, and again, there were some dynamite teams there that really go toe-to-toe with this Tartan team.
Yeah, if you take a look at the scores, though, too, you see how close they were. You have a couple of 4-point scores, a couple of, 5-point scores. All they have to do, that's the difference of a free throw. I mean, again, I say this every time that we do this, free throws are going to count here.
You see there on your screen, head coach Mark Klingsporn of the number 12 4A Tartan Titans. In his 29th season, 610 wins, 259 losses. A 76 grad of this Tartan High School that opened in 1971. A Minnesota Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame inductee in 2016. Last year was the 22nd year in which Tartan and the Titans had 20 or more victories, 10 Metro East Conference titles, or classic Suburban if we want to go back that far, and 9 section championships out of Section 4A. Our player to watch today for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, it's Will Underwood. As you see there, 25.1 points per game. We saw him earlier about a month ago against Henry Sibley. Dynamite player moving the ball.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's able to find the open player. He's able to knock it down when it's needed. And, yeah, like you said, great player.
On the other side, for the Tartan Titans, our player to watch is number 15. And that, of course, is for the Tartan Titans. I'm losing it here in my paper. Dwayne Thompson, a transfer from Henry Sibley. 10 games played this year, 15.5. And again, for a Tartan team that does a lot offensively and is as strong as they come defensively, it'll be Dwayne Thompson's ball to watch tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be a great game, and the guy looks like he can put up points.
On the opening tip, possession controlled by Tartan as they pull it back into the front court. Titans moving right to left across your television screen here in the first half. Again, we want to thank you for joining us here on Suburban Community Channel TV19 or on Facebook or YouTube. And again, if you have any comments for the broadcast crew, please feel free to leave those over the course of the next hour and a half. Into the front court. Ball controlled by DeMarco Celli. Jacks up a three from the point. No good off the front side, and the rebound gathered by Johnny DeVore as the Zephyrs will head back into the front court. Here's Will Underwood. Nice little move into the low post. Off the glass, gets the shot to fall, and one.
That was just beautiful. He saw a little bit of separation, was able to drive to the hoop, create the contact, and get the basket too.
The first chance at the free throw line comes in 33 seconds into the game. Foul called. Kind of a foul you have to take there on Dwayne Thompson. And so his first, team first. The free throw is up and good from Underwood. And so 3-0, an early lead for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Full court press for Mahtomedi. As look to start there, Carlson, blocking foul is called, and we'll have a sideline throw incoming.
It looks like he got a little bit too eager there, just to reach more than he should have, I guess.
So that foul called on Owen Carlson, his first, team first for the Zephyrs. Vukomanovic on the inbound. Here to Dwayne Thompson to carry the ball back into the front court for Tartan. Tartan and the Titans, winners of 7 in a row, 10-1 on the season, 7-1 in Metro East Conference play. 16 total conference matchups scheduled as Vukomanovic from three-point lane from the wing, no good. Rebounded, gotten to by Johnny DeVore. Into the front court, knocked out of the air on a nice play made by DeMarco Celli, out of bounds, Zephyr ball. Again, 4 teams in the Metro East. They play 16 conference matchups and then scheduled 2 non-conference matchups against opponents of their choice. The Mahtomedi Zephyrs scheduled non-conference games against Christ's Household of Faith and St. Anthony Village. And on the other side of the court, as the inbound here looking for Underwood inside the arc, off the glass, and in an immediate timeout by Tartan head coach Mark Klingsporn. The kind of a timeout you have to take there.
Absolutely. Momentum was swinging out of their favor, and they have to regroup and figure out what's going on.
So 5 points early for our player to watch for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, Will Underwood, as the Zephyrs take a 5-0 lead, 16:58 remaining here in the first half. Going back again to schedules coming into play again, Tartan, their non-conference matchups, they always like to schedule them tough. Providence Academy in the top 10 in Class 2A. And then as I take a look again, their other team, North Branch, another good team out of Class 2A, and they've won both of those contests against some very tough opponents. In a normal year, we'd see Tartan play some of the best in the state every time, and certainly seems like when we return to play next year, and hopefully a 25-game season, they'll do the same again.
Yeah, you know, I think it would be nice to see that challenge too, and just to know, it does more than just create a little bit of stamina for the team, but it really just gets you pumped and revved for your next, in division or in conference games.
For the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, number 15, in Class 3A, 10-1 on the season, 8-1 out of the Metro East, their last time out. A team that we saw again back in February that does do a good job of holding the Zephyrs to low points, but still a 58-39 win over the Henry Sibley Warriors. An extended pause here as one of the Titans got to put his shoe back on, as that's Curtis Favors Jr., who during the anthem had some shoe issues as well, so hopefully his shoe's okay. Now the inbound again from Vukomanovic from the baseline. Full court press on again for Mahtomedi. Thompson trying to dribble it out, avoiding the full court press. Vukomanovic into the front court. Pulls it up with the near side wing, goes back again for Favors. Long stretch pass off to the far side. Got into A.J. Burns, then a reset again at the point for David Perkins. Thompson, a little behind that back play there from David Perkins, and then reset again for Thompson, excuse me. Thompson again. Around the screen set by Favors, kicks it back out. Wide open look for Perkins from the far side wing. Rebound kicked out, got into again. Interior pass off the glass and in. And a beautiful play to get on the board by Burns.
Yeah, that's one of those instances where getting your offensive rebound is going to play crucial because it comes to a quick inlet pass, which ultimately led to a basket right there.
16:09 and a travel violation called against the Zephyrs. So the Titans will take an inbound from the baseline. Vukomanovic inbounded once again. Here to Dwayne Thompson, carrying into the front court. 3-point Zephyr lead, 16 minutes remaining here in the first half. On the far side, David Perkins. Back for Thompson again, rotates near wing for Curtis Favors. Back again, Perkins, nice little pull-up move, trying to work around on the far side. And then a drive in, kick it back out once more. Here for Curtis Favors. Perkins trying to drive into the lane, arm is up. Travel violation called on Perkins.
Yeah, he didn't have any room to put that shot up. Mahtomedi definitely did a good job at, not giving them any space.
Baseline inbound coming here from John Schaefer. Gotten to here by Underwood. A little bit of a man, full court press on here as Perkins provides some pressure for John Schaefer. Into the front court, here's Schaefer again. That was Underwood who brought the ball up. Johnny DeVore, quarterback for the Zephyrs, goes to the far side. Underwood, corner three. It's money right down the pipe. 8 points for the Zephyrs, all 8 coming off the right hand of the senior Underwood.
Yeah, he had just enough space to just put that up beautifully, take his time, and sink it.
Thompson, corner look for Favors from the wing. It's good, and a response for 3 from Favors, who has 5 points now for the Titans. Another 3-point game.
Just a little case of anything you can do, I can do better.
John Schaefer, 6'4" senior, trying to get it to Underwood, the sophomore. Blocking foul is called. That'll be the second foul of the night called on Tartan, and it'll go against Vukomanovic, his first, team's second.
Seems like a few unhappy fans there. I didn't see too much contact. I think it was more of them just getting tangled up down there, but, can't catch everything.
Ryan Mall will come in for Kyle Oswald, the first substitution of the night for Mahtomedi. Mall inbounds here for John Schaefer. Going back to the far side, Underwood again for 3, off the front side of the iron, and the rebound can be got to here by A.J. Burns as the Titans look to pull the game to within 2-1 or more. Perkins.
Looks like 3, so yeah.
If you haven't seen our broadcast position here as Favors kicks it back out, nice little play made there as they take a 3 ball off the front side and in. Beautiful play made by A.J. Burns for 3, and we're tied at 8. The sophomore Will Underwood into the front court, averaging 25 points a game. Foul called on Perkins right on the ball. That'll be the 3rd foul of the game against Tartan.
Yeah, there was some good defense, but he got a little bit too aggressive there and a little bit too hyped up and just got a little more body than he probably should have.
So sideline thrown up coming here as Underwood will take it. There's a substitution as well for the Tartan Titans. Derek Love subs into the game. Johnny DeVore in the near side wing. Looking back again there as they try to drive into the paint that time. John Schaefer instead kicks it back once again for Mall. Mall dribbling back to center court. Great steal on the way. Up and in. Beautiful slam by Curtis Favors Jr.
That was pretty.
Underwood looking to carry it back the other way as the Tartan Titans have their first lead of the night at 2. Mall on the rebound, puts it back up and gets it to go, and we're tied once again.
It took a lot of power to be able to get that shot up around that defense, and that was just beautifully done.
Into the front court once again for the Tartan Titans. Near side Perkins for 3 from the near wing. Too strong. DeVore with the rebound for the Zephyrs. Underwood on the outlet as Mahtomedi takes it into the front court again. 13-11 remaining, opening half, all tied at 10. Underwood dribbles it back, trying to work around Perkins, around the divorce screen, back to center court. Underwood trying to drive in the lane, draws the contact, and he'll head to the line for two.
Yeah, that definitely just shows how crucial it is to be able to get inside that perimeter and draw in the foul.
So the leading scorer on the season for the Tartan Titan, for the Mahtomedi Zephyr rather, Will Underwood. He has 8 points tonight so far, averages 25 a season for number 25. First shot from the line is good, and so far Mahtomedi 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Substitutions, Cole McCown enters again for Mahtomedi, and Dwayne Thompson will re-enter the game for the Tartan Titans. Underwood good from the line, so Mahtomedi now still perfect, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Full court press back on for the Zephyrs. Derek Love, near side again for Thompson, goes back to Love as they try to get across center court in time. They do so. Now again, Curtis Favors to the corner for DeMarco Celli. In the back for Favors, swinging around the point, around the three-point arc. And this is something that we see a lot of the Tartan Titans, is ball movement around the perimeter, trying to feed that point man in the middle.
Yeah, you know, you don't have to hurry it up when there's no shot clock. So, I mean, take all the time you want, try to find that open player, and do what you can with it.
Beautiful run into the lane there by Dwayne Thompson. He has his first 2 of the night. Carlson, here again for Underwood as the Titans force the Zephyrs back to center court. This man defense that works well for the Tartan Titans, not giving Mahtomedi much to work with there. A nice little poke and a great, I know he just lost it. And great defense by A.J. Burns forces the turnover for Mahtomedi. Looking to inbound, it'll be Derek Love, 9.6 points per game. No points so far tonight, as the Zephyrs and the Titans are all tied up at 12. In the front court, foul, travel, really? As Underwood extends the hand, and Curtis Favors not too kind for it. I thought that we were going to get the foul on the reach in there, but not for the way of the Zephyrs.
Huh. I'm not so sure I liked the whole shrugging off the helping hand, but I mean, whatever.
On the inbound, John Schaefer. Here again for Ryan Mull. Trying to gain that center court line, working around the great defense of Dwayne Thompson. John Schaefer. Once again for Cole McCown, who enters the game for Mahtomedi. Puts up there, wow, what a block! Beautiful play by Curtis Favors.
I feel like he was a little bit angry about the last call there, and he definitely was able to take it out on the ball.
If you are looking at a player to block, that is all ball timed beautifully, and textbook defense by Curtis Favors Jr. Underwood, back up for Carlson and driving into the high post. Got it back again further from McCown, and another block by Vukamanovic. 2 consecutive blocks for the Tartan Titans. Now a turnover back the other way. Schaefer up and in, and good.
That was pretty. He was able to contort his body and still managed to get it right up where it had to be off the glass.
Schaefer with a pair of points now for Mahtomedi, and the Zephyrs lead again is 2. Onto the far side. As Schaefer tries to get it, now Thompson back again. DeMarco Celli from the corner. Goes back to the wing again for Thompson as the Titans, nice little move there by Thompson. Runner into the lane, kicks it back out, Celli for 3. No good, foul's called. And DeMarco Celli heads to the line for 3.
This is where those free throws are going to come in handy, right? Not being able to hit down the 3, but still gets 3 free throws here. So let's see if he can make them all count.
McCown on the foul. His first, team second for the Zephyrs. So 3 chances for the line for DeMarco Celli. Averages 8.6 points per game for the Tartan Titans. First shot, no good. And this is the first trip of the line as well for the Tartan Titans in this ball game. And important, like we talk about so frequently when we do basketball games together, Jordan. Shooting from the free throw line, paramount in any game.
I mean, that's why it's practiced so frequently in practice, right? I mean, they're free throws. You got to be able to knock them down because they are so crucial down the stretch.
Kyle Oswald re-enters the game for Mahtomedi, replacing Underwood, who has 8 for the Zephyrs. Third chance for the line now for Celli. And he gets it to go, so 2 for 3 from the free throw line to start the night from the charity stripe for the Tartan Titans. 11:04 remaining. All tied up at 14. Into the front court, slowly. Mull on the deck there for Oswald. Avoids a check from his own player. Whistle blows. Foul is called. And the foul will get called here on Dwayne Thompson.
Yeah, he was just playing a little bit too aggressive there, got a little bit too much body on the block, and I mean, that's going to be a call.
Foul on Thompson, his second, team 5th for the Titans so far. So getting close to that bonus already, something that I'm sure that Mark Klingsporn does not want to see continue over the course of this first half. Inbound as Underwood quickly comes back into the game, replacing Owen Carlson. Here again for Schaefer. Trying to dribble around there, some good defense by Love. Said Underwood from the wing for 3, no good off both sides. Rebound got to, battled for by McCown. He puts it up, and the rebound battled for again. And we're gonna have a jump ball that just barely got called before. It was going off of the hands of Schaefer and then out of bounds. The jump ball arrow goes Mahtomedi's way, and possession stays here.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that was a ball that could have went either way. They definitely both had equal possession on it, and I think that was just a great call.
Johnny DeVore comes back into the game, replacing Cole McCown, the 6'3 junior. Kick back out over the line and still good because, again, the ball was not touched, so no over and back on that one. Ryan Mall working to the near side wing for Underwood. Underwood with the bright yellow sneakers trying to drive, turns it over into the lane. Working back the other way, up the slam. 2 beautiful dunks on the night so far. DeMarco Celli with his first bucket of the night. And the lead for Tartan, now 2.
I don't know how you can't get excited when you see beautiful dunks like that. And 2 of them, I mean, I feel lucky tonight.
Schaefer driving to the lane, no basket. Offensive foul called on Schaefer, extending the elbow. And so this one's headed back the other way.
Yeah, I think the elbow was a little unnecessary, and you could have probably still managed to get that up there. You know, just unfortunate.
Schaefer's first foul of the night, the team's 3rd for Mahtomedi. So an inbound here again for Vukomanovic. Into the front, into the backcourt again as Thompson will carry it into the front. Near side again here, Derek Love. Back again for Thompson as they reset their offense at the point. Mahtomedi running kind of a soft zone here so far. Thompson working around the screen set by Favors for Celli. And back once again for Thompson at the far side wing. Celli faked the 3, pulls it up for 3. No good off the glass, and the rebound gotten to here by Kyle Oswald as the Zephyrs re-enter the front court.
Yeah, that was a good, strong rebound. It looked like it could have easily gotten poked away there, too, but he managed to, you know, just maintain possession.
Underwood puts it down for Schaefer, tries to go with the dunk, but does not finish that off, and the rebound controlled back the other way by Tartan. Into the front court, post drive. Celli trying to drive the contact, gets the foul, and the block is called, and he'll head to the line for 2.
I don't know, I thought that was a charge. But, I mean, you know, those are so close, right? And the refs always see something that we can't see from up here in our window balcony. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
We will say that this is probably the best spot to broadcast a game from, is just being slightly above the court and being able to see everything. So now there's a conversation between the officials, or they were just getting the foul correct. So the 4th team foul on Mahtomedi, first of the game for Kyle Oswald, as Evan Meskill gets set to sub in for Tartan as soon as that horn sounds. Still waiting. Again, a conversation between Keith Newman and the official on the near side here. So 2 shots coming for DeMarco Celli. A 2-point Tartan lead, now a 3, as that extends their largest lead of the night. And Meskill will come in replacing Curtis Favors Jr. And for Meskill, averaging 2.3 points per game on a rotational basis for the Tartan Titans. Second chance now coming for Celli. Also subbing out for Mahtomedi. John Schaefer is out and Carlson is back in. 9:15 remaining, Titans by 4. Tartan so far 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Mahtomedi and the Zephyrs have 3 for 3. Back again on the far side wing for Underwood for 3. And he's got 11 on the night for Mahtomedi.
Yeah, you know, if he hadn't missed that one, I would have said he's automatic and he couldn't miss. But he's human.
Again, Underwood leads all Mahtomedi scorers. Tartan by 1. Meskill off to the near side wing, navigating the offense for Vukomanovic on the far side. Sets a screen for Marco as a drive into the low post. Trying to work his way, trying to back on in, trying to draw the contact and set back out again for Washington, for Thompson rather. puts the basket up, bounces around, and the rebound got to great play by Derek Love, then swatted out of the hand by Carlson and recovered on the far side by Ryan Mall.
That was just great defense, and he was able to get enough of the ball to keep it from even having a chance.
Into the near side here, quarterback Johnny DeVore. On the near side, looking for somewhere to pass the ball. Instead, pulls it up and will dribble it back himself. Reset again for Carlson. Again, I apologize to the family of Dwayne Thompson. I'm not sure why I keep saying Dwayne Washington, so I apologize about that. Underwood, right at the free throw line, instead kicks it back out once again for Oswald. Carlson, going back there, trying to work around Vukomanovic. A screen set there by DeVore, and then again, Carlson in the low post. Back again for DeVore, puts it up off the glass and in.
That was just a strong post move.
First two of the night for Johnny DeVore, and the Zephyrs retake the lead by 1. So far today, we have had 3 lead changes. Off the glass, DeMarco Celli, no good, was looking for the foul on the way. DeVore with a pass into the front court again for Ryan Mall. Mall trying to drive into the post, puts it up, beautiful move, cannot get the roll. DeVore back on the contact again, and the rebound again here by Thompson. Thompson on the odd man rush, up for Vukomanovic, and in. Marco with his first 2 points of the night, and the Titans retake the lead.
Yeah, it looked like Mahtomedi got caught a little bit napping on the other side there and was just looking for a call that wasn't there. On this side, though, we just saw a pretty nice block.
Beautiful block by Evan Meskill coming up. Tartan with 3 total blocks so far. Substitutions for both teams as A.J. Burns returns for the Titans. And Ryan Mall comes out for the Zephyrs. That's Derek Love coming out for Tartan. On the inbound, Schaefer looking back around a post screen there again for Underwood from his spot. It's perfect down the line. Automatic for Will Underwood, 14 on the night, and the Zephyrs lead is 2.
The guy's just lethal when it comes to shooting outside in the perimeter. The Tartans have to stop giving him space to make that shot.
Meskill corner 3, no good off the front side. Rebound gotten to by Mahtomedi as they send it back the other way. Oswald on the way to the lane, and he's fouled on the drive. And I think the reason why that foul happened too was because Jalon Washington was doing a nice job as Dwayne Thompson had lost his mask, and sometimes the niceness just gets the better of you. That's what worked there for Jalon Washington.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they were able to help defense, right? And when you're on a break like that, the best thing you can do is just stop it, because as we've seen so many times, free throws are not always free.
You see Dwayne Thompson having a laugh with Jalon Washington. So 2 shots coming up here for the 5'11 senior Kyle Oswald. First shot is good, and Mahtomedi again so far perfect from the free throw line for 4 for 4. Johnny DeVore comes out, and Cole McCown will go back into the game for Mahtomedi. 3-point Zephyr lead, 6:35 remaining here, opening half with Jordan Gustafson. I'm Alex Westhead. We want to thank you for joining us tonight on the broadcast. As the second basket is made, another substitution as Riley Einen will come into the game, replacing Kyle Oswald. Full court press on again for Mahtomedi. Back to the far side, Jalon Washington further up ahead, Vukomanovic. Pulls it up just inside the arc, goes back again for Thompson. Vukomanovic near side wing once again. Cross-court pass looking again for Washington. And then reset once more by Thompson. Washington again playing as there now seems to be a bit of a zone bubble that works here for Mahtomedi. Interior pass looking A.J. Burns for Vukomanovic. Again, great pass looking for Thompson. Thompson on a drive in the lane, lost the handle on it, out of bounds, Titan ball.
I'm trying to figure out why that went with Tartan's basketball.
Well, let's take a look here. Again, you could argue, I guess, that Schaefer got the hand on it right at the end. As a corner 3 there from Washington is no good, rebounded by Schaefer back the other way. So Mahtomedi lead by 4. Their largest lead of the night has been 5. Tartan's largest lead of the night has been 3. Underwood in the front court, far side wing, gotten again McCown. And then back again for Underwood. Nice pull-up jumper from the post, and a rebound controlled here by A.J. Burns into the front court. Thompson once again goes corner, looking again Washington, and then spun. Beautiful ball movement here from Tartan. Vukomanovic back once more for Washington, trying to get it to Thompson, now does. Thompson along the wing, trying to draw the contact there with Underwood, and then back for Thompson again. Washington. Look for the corner there, and then goes back to the point once more here for Dwayne Thompson. Jaylon Washington, back for Thompson again, driving into the lane, kick back out, great ball movement there, nice pull-up jumper just inside the arc, and the rebound battled for and gotten to by Schaefer for the Zephyrs.
That was just great defense. It seemed like every time that you thought the Tartans had a chance, somebody would collapse out and, you know, they're dissipated.
We have a timeout called by Keith Newman, and so we'll have a timeout here with 4:51 remaining, 24-20. Mahtomedi leads here for lead changes, and in our open we talked about how dominant these two teams were, just not only in their sections, routinely appearing in section semifinals and section finals and being very active in that role. But the last 10 we talked in the early going, these two teams play some really close contests, and we've seen that so far today with 5 lead changes already.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, all it takes is a little bit more defense, a little better shot percentage, a little better free throw percentage, right? I mean, all of these things add up, and statistically, if you can do that, sorry for my Madden moment here, but you're going to win the game.
So far, the other thing that we've been watching too, Tartan had 5 team fouls, right about 11 minutes left in the opening half. They've really clamped it down and have stayed away from foul trouble since then.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to have nerves at the beginning of the game, right? Where you know, you play a little bit too tight defense, throw a little bit extra body in there, whatever it is. And, I mean, you're going to draw those fouls.
Again, 5 lead changes so far between Mahtomedi and Tartan. They'll replay each other again in the season finale coming up on Saturday the 13th of March. That at 7 at Mahtomedi. So out of the timeout, Zephyrs with a 4-point lead, 4:51 remaining here. Team fouls so far, 6 for the Titans and 4 for the Zephyrs. Point leader so far, Underwood has 14. Owen Carlson has yet to get on the scoreboard so far, but averages 14.3 points per game. And on the other side for Tartan, so far, unofficially, I've got Favors with 7, and Shelley with 4, and Burns with 3. I'll get those stats updated at halftime. Schaefer, McCown, and then again for Underwood in the near side wing. Underwood goes back to the point for Carlson. He puts up a 3. It's good. And Carlson with his first 3 of the night, and the lead now 7 for Mahtomedi.
It was a pretty shot. I think they're trying to do what they can to get him, you know, kind of on, right, so that he can do a few more of those, because we've seen it before. Once he gets on, he can make some points.
All the way back for Jaylon Washington, looking to reset here again. Biggest lead of the night for Mahtomedi. Vukomanovic going back far side again for Thompson. Looking again here, nice move from Curtis Favors on the baseline drive, lost the handle on the double team, fouls called. And the foul will go against one of the Zephyrs. It'll be a foul called against Schaefer. That'll be his. And again, substitutions here as Oswald and Mall come back into the game. Einen back out for Mahtomedi, as is Schaefer. It's the second foul of the game on Schaefer. Vukomanovic looking to inbound. Goes here again for Favors, and then Washington, and then reset once again for Favors. Thompson looking to reset at the point, goes back again to the far side there for A.J. Burns with 4 points tonight for Tartan. Washington around the screen set by Burns, and then back to center court. 3:47 remaining here in the opening half. Zephyrs by 7. Vukomanovic looking again here, Favors, and then once more for Jaylon Washington. Washington with a nice post move, pulls it up again here for Thompson on a baseline drive, trying a fancy move. Rebound gotten to by Favors, who kicks it back out again for Washington. Corner 3 look for Vukomanovic, and then set once again for Burns. Thompson for 3, bounces high, no good, and then the rebound first to Burns off of his hands, and then corralled by Cole McCown on the full court press. Great jump by Jaylon Washington, keeping the ball on the Tartan side of the court.
Yeah, you know, I think the coach for Mahtomedi was a little bit upset there. It looked like it might have been a little bit of a push.
So Vukomanovic, as the ball will stay in possession of Tartan, on a sideline throw coming. Back for Thompson again, who figureheads this Tartan offense. Dwayne Thompson, 15.5 points per game in 10 games so far this season. And for Thompson, his game high, 23 against South St. Paul on a 70-69 loss for Tartan. The only loss so far for the Tartan Titans this year, again, against a very good, very defensively sound South St. Paul team. Thompson, now again here for Washington, who has it at the near side wing. Coming back into the corner, looking again there, Favors. Favors trying to drive in the lane, instead will hold it back outside the arc. Dwayne Thompson The crowd's starting to make some noise here at Mahtomedi at Tartan High School. Favors spins the back. Foul is called on the way, and so Favors will head to the line for 2.
Yeah, that was a nice little move. I mean, he was able to, get down there, try to do a spin move. Good defense, I think, but, just a little bit too excited and managed to get a little bit too much body.
Foul is called on Ryan Mawley, his first team 6th of this opening half. And so heading to the line for 2 is Curtis Favors, who so far leads all Tartan scores with 7. 2 shots upcoming for Favors, and the Titans are 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Now 4 for 6. And 2:33 remaining here in this opening half. If you're new to high school basketball in the state of Minnesota, 2 halves of 18 minutes, about a 10-minute halftime, and hopefully a return to normalcy next year. Favors. Second shot from the line, no good. Rebounded 2 here by Molly, and then gathered once again by Carlson to look to start play back the other way. Into the front court, Zephyrs lead by 7. They're largest of the night. Titans have led by as many as 3. McCown, once again for Oswald. Carlson, pull-up jumper for the 3 is no good, and the rebound controlled by Dwayne Thompson. Looking to start a fast break back the other way, lost the handle. Great save again on the far side by Jalon Washington as Vukomanovic puts it there again. Washington, then again for Thompson, trying to baseline drive, puts it up and in, and a beautiful move for Dwayne Thompson.
I'm not quite sure if that was a Euro step, side step, what it was, but whatever it was pretty.
Zephyrs trying to gain into the front court. Here's Underwood with 14 for the Zephyrs. Underwood fakes the 3, now pulls it up from the point. Perfect again. In the front side part of the arc, 17 points on the night for the sophomore Will Underwood.
Holy cow. And to think it's still the first half. Man, this guy's going to have a game.
Curtis Favors Jr. Going again to the far side, looking for Washington, and then reset once again for Thompson. Off the far side, Thompson again, trying to work around Kyle Oswald, instead goes back out for Vukomanovic in the near side wing. Working around Carlson, then resets again for Thompson. Defended by Oswald, then Favors puts it back out far side. Nice baseline drive here, puts it back up, but all ball on the block, and then again on the second, just could not get that shot to go. A turnover back the other way, chance now for Tartan into the front court. Back again, A.J. Burns puts it back up. Vukomanovic out of bounds off of Vukomanovic, and I think Jalon Washington was in there too, and a turnover for the Tartan Titans.
Yeah, that was some good back and forth basketball. I mean, both teams not letting up for an inch.
Substitutions here again as Cole McCown will sub out. Johnny DeVore back in. No substitutions again for the Titans, so resetting the Titan front court on a beautiful pass, looking up for Carlson, who puts it up and in, and good. And slow to get up behind the play is A.J. Burns.
Oh, he came down out of that ankle a little rough. That hurts.
Well, it was great effort, too, by A.J. Burns to get down there and chase him down for the attempt at the block. Certainly like to see that he's
walking.
Yeah, well, and then a nice jog down the court, too, so certainly good things to see there.
Yeah.
So Carlson with 5, and the Zephyrs lead now 10. On the outside again, Favors for Vukomanovic. He tries to drive it in, kicks it back out again. Jalon Washington from the corner. So going back once again for Thompson. Thompson on drive into the paint with the beautiful move and the teardrop finish for Thompson, and he's got 6 on the night for Tartan, and the lead now 8. Into the front court, Underwood kicks it back out there looking for Carlson, but great jump on the play by A.J. Burns. Into the front court looking, draws the foul.
Yeah, I don't think he touched the ball at all there.
So a nice move, great defensive pursuit by A.J. Burns. He'll head the line for 2 as Tartan enters the single bonus. It's a second foul called against Carlson, and Tartan 4 for 7 from the free throw line. A.J. Burns on his first shot is no good. And so after starting 2 for 3 from the free throw line, Tartan now 4 for 8. We'll have a substitution awaiting. Here's Cole McCown, looks to re-enter the game. He'll sub out for Carlson. There's 13.1 seconds remaining on the clock here in this opening half. One more shot upcoming for A.J. Burns. Averages 9 points a game. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded again to the far side as it can be gathered up here by Mahtomedi. They'll have last shot if they like it. 10 seconds remaining. Into the front court for Underwood. Underwood from the near side of wing. Corner drive, nice move. 4-3 is no good. Rebound gotten to by Curtis Favors, who sends it back out. Underwood tries to make the save. Heaves one up, it wouldn't matter anyway. And so in a matchup between teams, we saw some back and forth. 5 lead changes in that opening half. But going into halftime, the Zephyrs lead by 8.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it comes down to fundamentals, right? Both teams are playing amazing defense, but I think the upper hand definitely has to go to Mahtomedi here in the fact that they're able to get it past the perimeter and drive into the hoop.
Halftime score, Mahtomedi and the Zephyrs 32, Tartan Titans 24. We'll be back to recap that opening half. This is your home for Tartan and Zephyr boys basketball.
After being diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and losing her job due to treatment, Liz received a housing voucher, but was denied housing when she tried to use it.
It was shocking to me that people discriminated against you for the type of income you were utilizing to pay your rent.
Do you use non-wage income such as disability benefits or Section 8 vouchers to pay for housing? A new law in New York State makes it illegal to be denied housing based on your source of income. If you suspect discrimination, visit endincomebiasny.com.
Kids will be kids, which just goes to say kids will be curious. They get into everything, everything. If there's a loaded firearm in the house, they could get their hands on that too. Keeping firearms locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition in a place inaccessible to kids can help keep your loved ones safe from family fire. Safe gun storage saves lives.
Food, it brings us together, inspires joy, and gives us life. But we can't forget that during this crisis, over 37 million people don't have access to nutritious food. That's 1 in 12 seniors and 1 in 7 children. In fact, millions of kids aren't able to receive a free or reduced price school lunch right now. The good thing is, we can all help. Learn how you can get involved at feedingamerica.org. When we help each other, we nourish ourselves, our families, and our communities.
Do you know a veteran who served in Vietnam and later died from Agent Orange exposure or PTSD? Since the Vietnam War ended, thousands of Vietnam veterans have had their lives cut short. The In Memory program honors these veterans through a special ceremony each year in Washington, D.C. It costs nothing to nominate a veteran. Please visit vvmf.org/inmemory today.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
Score at the half, 32-24. Mahtomedi leads over the Tartan Titans with Jordan Gustafson. I'm Alex Westhead. And Jordan, our big talking point coming into the game today was taking a look at the Tartan Titan defense, and especially on the blocking side of the ball, they've been really good defensively today.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've seen 3-4 blocks, something like that, and they've all been pretty. I mean, clearly just elevating, able to hold their man. They're playing a man-to-man defense where I think Mahtomedi is still playing a zone, and it seems to be working for both teams. I think the only thing is that Mahtomedi is able to break that perimeter a little bit more.
Well, I think that when we look at the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, and you look at the scoring breakdown, no one else that's not named Will Underwood has more than 6 points today. He has 19 points so far for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, and as we see there, he's reigning 3-point, and there's nothing you can do about it, really.
I mean, every player is going to have their game. This guy seems to have more games than others, but this is his game. I mean, he's got 19 in the first half. That's crazy.
So far, other stats in the game, there's been 5 lead changes here tonight. Biggest lead for both teams. Mahtomedi's largest lead of the night was 10. Tartan's largest lead was 3. Leading scorers for both teams, again, you see Underwood there has 19. Thompson has 6. Another big key, and we say it so many times, it's cliche. Free throws so far may be the difference in this one. Mahtomedi, perfect 5 for 5. Tartan 4 for 9 from the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, those 5 points will play a huge difference right now. Ready to be a lot closer game than it is.
We want to thank each and every single one of you who's watching tonight, either on Facebook.com/Suburban Community Channels, YouTube.com/Suburban Community Channels. We appreciate your views, we appreciate your support, and most importantly, we appreciate your patience. Typically, we get to have conversations with the coaches before the game where we get to get pronunciations, where we get to have conversations about players and things to watch. Unfortunately, in this COVID-shortened year, we don't have access to that. And so if I have mispronounced your child's name if you're watching tonight, I apologize sincerely in advance. Typically, I check the comments too, but unfortunately, we don't have internet connected here, so I apologize in advance for that. But that's Jordan Gustafson, I'm Alex Westad, and a very busy night here between teams across the state, specifically as we take a look here at the projected section brackets and the section seedings for those teams based on Minnesota Dash Scores QRF ranking. This is typically the time where we'll be talking about section play and beginning section play. And section 4AA, if the season ended today, Tartan is in a familiar spot as a 4 seed hosting the White Bear Lake Bears. And that's something that oftentimes this Tartan team, despite their string of 22 consecutive seasons with 20 or more wins, they often feel like they get overlooked. What do you think?
Sure, I mean, you know, I don't know a lot about this tournament, but what I can say is that these guys are a good team, right? And they play better than a 4 seed. That's absolutely for sure. I mean, everybody right now is struggling against South St. Paul, East Ridge, you know, but realistically, I'd almost put Tartan at 3.
As you take a look at the top 4, they're in 4A, Woodbury, Tartan, East Ridge, and Cretan-Durham Hall, and the Raiders, the tops in those sections. Taking a look at the one class down in class 4-3A. Again, Mahtomedi, very much the same way. But when you have a stud team in Minnehaha Academy and the Red Hawks with sons of NBA players, that's a really tough out for anybody to play.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what I would do if I had to play, you know, the son of a prodigy, right? Or, sorry, I guess that would make the kid a prodigy, right? So it's got to be a lot of pressure, and I can't even imagine what it would feel like.
Mahtomedi currently slated for a matchup with the St. Paul Johnson Governors in section play. We'll pause for a moment. We'll come back for the start of the second half. This is your home for Zephyr and Titan boys basketball.
For some, serving means deploying overseas to make the world a safer place. But for many men and women in the National Guard and Reserve, serving happens closer to home.
The vast majority of New Orleans, Louisiana is underwater.
We're starting to get some reports of fire in Paradise.
Wherever you served, you've earned the right to mental health support. Go to BeThereForVeterans.com to learn how VA supports members of the National Guard and Reserve.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
Hi, I'm Vivica Fox. For more than 100 years, American Humane has been rescuing animals during hurricanes, floods, and wildfires. But Mother Nature isn't the only danger animals face. Sometimes it's human nature. Every year, 6 million animals are abandoned and more than 1 million are euthanized. You can be a hero to animals in need of rescue and adoption at AmericanHumane.org. Hi, I'm Vivica Fox. For more than 100 years, American Humane has been rescuing animals during hurricanes, floods, and wildfires. But Mother Nature isn't the only danger animals face. Sometimes it's human nature. Every year, 6 million animals are abandoned and more than 1 million are euthanized. You can be a hero to animals in need of rescue and adoption at AmericanHumane.org.
Hi, I'm Ice-T. As a veteran, I know that for many former servicemen and women, the battle doesn't always end when they come home. Every day, 184 veterans are diagnosed with post-traumatic stress, and sadly, 20 take their own lives. When nothing else helps, professionally trained service dogs can. American Humane, serving the U.S. military for over 100 years, rescues animals in need of forever homes and trains them to become free, life-saving service dogs for our nation's veterans. If you're a veteran or know a veteran struggling with post-traumatic stress or traumatic brain injury, please go to AmericanHumane.org to learn about their Pups for Patriots program. Let's give our veterans a fighting chance.
From Ice-T back to the court, and the Tartan Titans finding themselves in a position they have yet to be this year, trailing at the half. Meanwhile, on the other side of the court, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs 6-0 when leading at the half, and DeMarco Celli with an attempt there to say something about it, but the rebound gotten to by Schaefer back into the front court. Mahtomedi 32, Tartan 24 here at the start of the opening half. Schaefer gets a blocking foul there?
Yeah, I guess that's what they called. I would have almost rather seen that called a jump ball at that point.
Foul goes against Favors, his first, team first of the second half. No players for either side in foul trouble, really. No player with more than 2. On the inbound, Schaefer looking back again for Oswald, and then Underwood leads all Mahtomedi scores with 19, the difference maker in the game so far. Off to the far side, can be reset again here for Oswald, evading Thompson on the full court, on the half-court press. Oswald still working with it. Underwood trying to drive into the post, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Johnny DeVore, tries to put it up, trying to draw the contact, but gets the basket to go.
That was a good little hesitation there to wait till that was wide open and just put it up with nobody defending him.
Out of the front court, Zephyrs lead by 10, ties again their largest lead of the opening half. DeMarco Celli from the corner. No good on the front side, and the rebound gotten to once again by Schaefer for Mahtomedi and back into the front court.
Yeah, you know, it looks like those shots are being a little bit forced. I don't know that there's necessarily a need to just, get them all back in one shot, right?
David Perkins looking to sub back into the game for Tartan. Carlson from just inside the arc puts a shot up and battled for Vukamanovic. Oh. A little bit too much effort on that time, and the ball will stay here as Perkins will come into the game, replacing DeMarco Celli. Perkins with a very nice 6.9 points per game on the season.
I don't know that would be a great percentage.
That would be a terrible percentage,
well,
I think.
Maybe there's worse, like Shaq's free throws back in the 90s.
Yeah, that's for sure. Or our free throw percentage if we played in the NBA.
Well, you say our, but I think you mean you.
Out of the baseline, inbound, Underwood looking for Carlson again in the corner, goes back once more for Underwood. Underwood trying to drive into the low post, instead kicks it back out for Carlson again from the corner, pull-up jumper just inside the arc, it's good. Carlson with 6, 7, 8 points on the night for the Zephyrs, and the lead once again 10. I'm sorry, not 10, 12. Tartan starting to operate their three-point offense. 3-ball fresh into the game for Perkins. He's got 6 points on the night, and timeout taken by Mahtomedi early in this one. We saw it in the first half with Mark Klingsborn taking a timeout early in the first half, and now Keith Newman does it for the Zephyrs.
Yeah, I think it's okay to do that too. It just gives you guys a little bit of a chance to regroup, recenter, focus on, all right, let's breathe, guys. Okay, we've got the lead, let's not blow it.
Perkins with the beautiful shot from the near side wing. Again, he's got 6 points on the night. Talking about schedules for both of these teams moving forward, Mahtomedi has a very difficult schedule upcoming. After tonight, a game at the 1-3A Simley Spartans. Again, odd that a Metro team is in Section 1, but conversation for another time. At Hill Murray, and then South St. Paul and Tartan, rounding out a very difficult schedule. And you look at those two matchups between South St. Paul and Tartan, that's probably going to make or break the Zephyrs season.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think that it comes down to the fact that, whoever wins tonight's going to have a little bit of momentum, especially in that last game on March 13th. But I think either way, though, I mean, every game from this point on is going to be crucial.
Coming up for the Tartan Titans, their schedule, also nothing to take a look at and say, well, we got this easy. At St. Thomas Academy, at South St. Paul, Hastings home to North St. Paul, and that's always a good matchup, regardless of where the teams are in the standings. At Mahtomedi, and then home to Hill Murray to close out their 2021 season. On the inbound, Schaefer. Again, something to watch too, as Jordan pointed out, is at halftime, Johnny DeVore had to tape over his left non-shooting hand, so something perhaps to watch for the Zephyrs. Oswald in the front court line, trying to work around some great defense and great marking there by Thompson. Great jump there on the ball. Perkins trying to go back up. Underwood no good. DeVore with the rebound. Missed the basket completely as it swatted away by Curtis Favors in low.
Beautiful, another block. Good defense.
In unofficial statistics, that gives Tartan 4 blocks so far today. Oswald back out for Underwood, trying to work, and great play by Perkins to force that ball out. Schaefer saves it. Underwood again. Looking at front court here. Underwood for Schaefer at the point. Top of the key drive, looking again. Schaefer puts it up, and the reverse layup and in.
It was a beautiful little finger roll there, just enough finesse on it to make it fall right in.
4 points in the night for Schaefer, and the Mahtomedi lead back to 11. Favors Jr. Back again near side in the wing here for Thompson. Kicks it back out once again to the point for Perkins. Vukamanovic trying to drive into the paint there. Has that zone collapse on him, but still gets the basket to go on a beautiful teardrop by Vukamanovic.
I think he was able to use that pivot foot just perfectly there to create enough space and put it right in for the easy shot.
Mahtomedi lead is 9. 14:55 remaining here, second half. Underwood driving it back out, goes again for Schaefer at the point. And DeVore from the post. Goes back to the far side again to the wing for Underwood, who leads all Zephyr scores with 19. Underwood trying to drive it in, puts it back up. Great rebound there by Schaefer. Foul is called, and the Zephyrs will head to the line for the first time in the second half.
Yeah, great offensive rebound. I've said it before that those are crucial because they give you an easy second shot.
So Schaefer to head to the line. We talked about it at halftime as a foul goes against Vukamanovic, his second, team second. And we talked about it again at the half. The importance of free throws in this game. So far, Tartan 4 for 8. Mahtomedi now 5 for 6.
Yeah.
So Schaefer at the line for one more shot. And for John Schaefer, averages 10.2 points per game in 8 games played. Missed the second shot, and the rebounded by Perkins back the other way. Pass looking up. Great play by Johnny DeVore to intercept that ball and send it back the other way.
I feel like the guy plays football.
Carlson, corner 3 blocked. Again, and now back the other way. Here is Thompson trying to drive into the basket, looking around. Oswald draws the contact, and 1 for the Titans.
It was a beautifully placed pass right to the easy layup. Was able to draw an and-1 foul. Let's see if he can make it work.
Well, and Burns will get the assist on it. What a beautiful throw from the baseline up ahead to Thompson. And now a chance to convert the and-1. For Thompson so far in the night, 8 points. We'll see if he makes it 9. And then just beautiful. Got that finger roll up there. Tough to hate that.
I am wondering where that foul happened, though. It didn't look like there was too much.
So the first try from the free throw line for Tartan here in the second half is good. And the lead now 6. Into the front court, Kyle Oswald trying to drive into the lane, puts it back up, does not get the basket to go. DeVore up and in. Johnny DeVore with 6 points, and the Zephyr lead again 8.
That's a good instance of just using whatever strength you have and really mustering it up there.
Thompson draws a blocking charge against Kyle Oswald. And that'll be another foul against Mahtomedi.
He did not like that call.
So the foul called against Oswald, his team second of the second half. And he'll sub out immediately as Ryan Mawley will come back into the game for Mahtomedi. Vukamanovic set to make a baseline throw. 14:01 remaining here in the second half. 40-32, Zephyrs lead. Vukamanovic goes all the way back out for A.J. Burns. And again, near side here for David Perkins. Vukamanovic again in the corner. Trying to work around Schaefer, driving into the low post. Great cutback by Marko Vukamanovic, but just cannot get that shot to fall. Favors with the rebound, puts it up and in on his own. Curtis Favors Jr. with 9 on the night, and the lead again 6. Underwood, who's been quiet so far here in the second half. Back again for Schaefer, then Underwood to reset the offense. Schaefer, Johnny DeVore, Underwood, corner 3, no good off the front side, rebounded by Schaefer. Trying to battle for it. We'll see if we get the jump ball. We do. And the arrow pointing the way of Mahtomedi. So have a baseline throw up coming here. Again, you hear the head coach of the Tartan Titans, Mark Klingsborn, his 29th season, 610 all-time wins. Doing his best to coach the team on the far side of the court. Carlson from the baseline. All the way back out for Underwood. Top of the key, driving into the lane of the low post, just taken away by David Perkins. On the fast break, Vukamanovic here now for Thompson, off the glass and in.
He was able to get that ball after it had been poked away from his teammate, and they made it, it was pretty.
3 steals so far for the Zephyrs. Thompson now, or for the Titans rather, Thompson with 10 points for Tartan, rebounded by Favors. Into the front court, Burns. Vukamanovic puts it back for Burns, the far side wing. Again, Curtis Favors. Favors trying to drive it in, kicks it back out. Thompson for 3, it's good! He was our player to watch. Dwayne Thompson has taken over in the second half, and the Zephyrs lead now 1. Timeout on the court, 12:41 remaining.
Yeah, I think Mahtomedi definitely needs to figure out what's going on here. They're not really guarding on the perimeter, and I think that zone is starting to not work for them.
We talked again about the last 2 times that these 2 teams met, and again, you see the great 3 ball from Dwayne Thompson. The 2 matchups a year ago were relatively close. Again, the matchup that started the season on the 20th of December was a 3-point win for the Tartan Titans, 51-48, and then their matchup last February, 62-46. But again, Tartan has won the last 3 times these 2 have met, and 6 of the last 10 altogether. Tartan came into the game with a 7-game winning streak, and for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, 4 in a row and 5 of their last 6. So both of these teams in excellent form, and we've seen these swings back and forth here over the course of not just the first half, but so far in the first 5 minutes of the second.
Yeah, I think that both teams came out adjusting, trying to figure out what they were doing that really needed to that they needed to improve on. And I think both teams have done a good job now, whereas in the first half we saw Mahtomedi, taking the advantage. We're starting to see the Titans come back.
Our camera operators tonight, Stephen Adams, Anders Engstrom, and Chris Stotzman. In the truck, David Schuyler and Arlen Becker. With Jordan Gustafson, I'm Alex Westat. If you're interested in joining us on Suburban Community Channels to help us broadcast, whether that be on camera, on the board, or on the mic, you can do so by sending an email to arlen@scctv.org, or you can give him a phone call at 651-747-3821, and come out and join us however you'd like for Suburban Community Channels. On the inbound, Underwood. Back here again for Ryan Mawley, fresh into the game. Full court press here for Tartan. Into the front court, put on the boards and then up on a beautiful reverse play made by Schaefer, who's got 6 now for Mahtomedi.
Once again,
3.
Oh, sorry about that. Once again, we get to see how the flexibility of the body can really help you to create space and get that easy basket.
Cole McCown looking to sub back in for Mahtomedi. The Zephyrs lead by 3. Wow. What an exceptional young man Dwayne Thompson is with the ball.
Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful. I don't know how he was able to get that fake and then spin it in there to baseline drive it. But
15 points for number 15, and the Titans trail by 1. Out of bounds, Tartan ball.
I think that pass was a good idea there, but I don't think he had quite enough oomph on it to really get it cleanly to him.
McCown in, DeVore out. And the inbound taken here again by Tartan. Thompson carrying the play back into the front court, goes near side for Perkins, and in the corner again for Burns. Reset for Thompson, then off to the far side once again for Derek Love. Coming off the bench is 1 point so far tonight. Favors from the point for three. It's good, and the Titans retake the lead. Into the front court. Ryan Molly, foul called away from the ball. This called on Thompson. And for Tartan, that'll be the third foul.
He knew it too. You could tell he was, my bad.
Substitution again for Tartan as Perkins in replaced by Perkins out replaced by DeMarco Celli. Now the inbound again for Mahtomedi. Underwood puts the ball up, no good. A rebound gotten to here by Derek Love. Into the front court. On the glass for Thompson. It's up, it's in, and Tartan has their largest lead of the night at 4. 7 lead changes. Mahtomedi led at the half by 8. Carlson trying to dribble around the screen set by Schaefer on the baseline drive. Carlson puts it back here for Underwood. Underwood up and in and breaks his scoreless streak. He's now got 21 for Mahtomedi, and the Tartan lead is 2. Then back the other way. Foul, offensive foul called on the way to the basket by DeMarco Celli.
That was a beautiful way to just set your body up, and knowing that somebody's coming at you full blast, just taking it.
So there'll be a substitution as Perkins will come back and Thompson will come out. You see there the offensive foul called, and a good call, you think?
Yeah, absolutely. He was outside of the paint and was able to, I don't know, post up before he got there.
Out of the inbound and the foul. Tartan so far with 4 fouls here in the second half. McCown again for Schaefer at the point. Goes back for Carlson from the wing for 3, no good. A rebound battled for, and then corralled here by Perkins. Into the front court. Perkins, cross-court pass looking for Favors, trying to drive into the paint, puts it up, beautiful runner, and gets his own rebound. Then back up and in. And Favors proves why he's such a reliable asset to this team. 11 points on the night, and beautiful on defensively, rebounding the ball, and putting it back up again. Underwood. Back again for McCown, who puts it back in a response of his own as McCown has 4.
Just a good way of really just, I guess, following through, right, with your shot. It just, you know, they coach that all the time, how important that really is, and it definitely showed out there what can happen when you do.
We have a foul that's called against Schaefer on the movement around to the ball. We're going to have another substitution as Kyle Oswald will re-enter the game for Mahtomedi. He'll replace Ryan Molly. Off a sideline throw from that far side. 9:53 remaining here in the second half. Zephyrs led by 8 at the half, and Tartan now with a 2-point lead, 48-46. DeMarco Celli. Back again here for Perkins. Celli again. Perkins at the point, pulls up a 3. It's no good, and the rebound gotten to by McCown. And the Zephyrs will carry back the other way, looking to tie. Schaefer. Trying to drive into the front court, nice spin, gets the foul, and he'll head to the line.
It was definitely a good move there to create, once again, a little bit of distance from him and his defender.
Marko Vukamanovic out of the game and looking to sub back in, as is Ryan Molly. So 2 shots coming up here for Schaefer. Mahtomedi 0 for 2 in the second half. Now 0 for 3 as that'll put him 5 for 8 for the game as well. So Vukamanovic re-enters replacing A.J. Burns. And Ryan Molly replacing Owen Carlson. Second shot upcoming for Schaefer. Tartan lead is 2. 5 team fouls for Tartan in the second half, 3 for the Zephyrs. One more shot upcoming for Schaefer with 6 points so far on the evening. Shot is up and it is good, so that'll put Schaefer to 7. Second in points of the night behind Underwood, who has 19, all of them coming in the first half. Celli going back out for Perkins. Great ball movement. Wide open 3 for Favors. No good off the front side. Rebounded here by Schaefer. Schaefer trying to pass the ball out. Settles it down. And then back to the front court again. Ryan Molly here for Schaefer. The near side wing going back again. McCown. Great ball movement off to the far side. Looking again for that interior drive, instead trying to work it around. Great defense by Vukamanovic. Underwood working around Perkins, trying to drive in the lane, puts it off the bottom, out of bounds, Tartan ball. And we mentioned it at the half, Jordan. Defensively for Tartan, so strong, but the points were coming from Underwood. They've locked down Underwood, and we're seeing just how great of a defensive team these Titans can be.
Yeah, I mean, the Tartans definitely did a good job of adjusting and, like you said, taking out the guy who, you know, scored the most points, right, being Underwood this time. I think what the Mahtomedi Zephyrs need to do is they really just need to have somebody else step up, right? Whether it be Carlson, whether it be number 15, sorry, I spaced out his name right offhand. But, yeah, Schaefer. You know, whatever it is, they definitely have to have somebody else step up.
Timeout called by Tartan. 8:24 remaining here in the second half. 1 point lead for the Tartan Titans. Zephyrs led at the half by 8. 19 points coming into that half of the 32 came by way of Underwood. Will Underwood, the sophomore for Mahtomedi, he has gone cold here in the second half. And the Zephyrs, what's your conversation in the huddle here, if you're the coach, to try to figure out how do you want to navigate putting the ball into the hoop?
Hey guys, Underwood can't do it all. I need my bigs to step up. I need my perimeter to, you know, knock down some crucial shots. I need all of you guys to play your role.
At the same time, too, for the Tartan Titans, this being their first game of the season, being down at the half, an impressive response by Tartan here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, being down at the half doesn't mean anything. The only thing that means is, hey, we've got a whole nother half to come back. So that's what they did.
Impressive coaching resumes again for Keith Newman and Mark Klingsporn. 29 years for Mark and 15 years for Keith. Out-of-town scoreboard across the Minnesota basketball landscape thanks to the Minneapolis Star Tribune Basketball Hub. Currently at the half, Elk River 30, Coon Rapids 29, Robbinsdale Armstrong 64-59. Leaders over Rogers. De La Salle, Section 4-3, a rival 30-26 over Robbinsdale Cooper. White Bear Lake 22, Roseville 17. And those the only scores being reported on the Star Tribune's basketball hub on this Wednesday. Vukomanovic to inbound out of the timeout. Perkins to carry it back up the front court. Tartan by 1. Here in the back half of half number 2. Clutch time for basketball players, no matter where you are, no matter what level you play. Vukomanovic pulls it back down, looking to the far side wing again for Love, who pulls it up at the wing. Favors in the corner just inside the arc, back again for Perkins. Fakes the shot and kicks it back out again for DeMarco Celli. Celli pulls it up. Love trying to work around the defense there. Underwood, and then back again for Perkins. Vukomanovic from the point. Great ball movement again from Tartan. Derek Love back again for Favors. And again for DeMarco Celli, looking for an outlet. Celli back to Vukomanovic on the near side. Great movement by the official to get out of the way. Far side again, DeMarco Celli. Wide open look here for Derek Love for 3. No good off the front side, and the rebound gotten to by Kyle Oswald.
Great defense. They did a good job collapsing. You know, getting back out to that perimeter when the pass was there. I think they need to just continue that.
Well, I think it's a wise adjustment, too, by Mark Klingsporn, where you don't have to drive into the middle as much anymore. Take what the defense is giving you and just move that ball around the perimeter and create that open look.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as opposed to, you know, 10 years ago where it was coached over and over repeatedly, do not drive baseline, do not drive baseline. I think that works out for a lot of people now with the invention of the Euro step and, you know, some of those other post moves.
Carlson on the miss there. And so Tartan again back into the front court as they look to reset. Perkins. Celli again goes back to Perkins at the point once more. 6:40 remaining here in the half. And so just out of the timeout alone, just this perimeter passing in the front court has taken away 2 minutes for Mahtomedi. With a shot from the corner again from Love. Rebound gotten to by Celli, and they'll reset and do it again. Celli, kick back out for Perkins for 3 from the wing, no good. And the rebound again by Vukomanovic. Working inside the paint, back out for Perkins again. And this is where Tartan can put you away. If they get a lead, they're going to pass that ball around the perimeter, and they're going to do some really cool things defensively.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen it so far, right? There's no need for them to rush, right? Again, there's no shot clock, so you don't have to rush that. You don't have to drive it in. And they're doing a good job of really just moving it around.
Off of Carlson's hand, back out to Love at the near side wing, resetting again for Perkins. Perkins on the boards as this zone moves around from spot to spot, and the Titans are passing around it. DeMarco Celli trying to drive into the lane, avoid the Underwood poke at it, and then back for Celli again at the far side wing. Spun into the near side, Derek Love trying to put it back inside for Favors, kicks it back out once again, Celli. And for Vukamanovic trying to drive in the lane, whistle blows, and one for Marko Vukamanovic.
That was just a powerful move to be able to have a hand on top of the ball and still get it up and in.
Well, and that's why that ball movement works so well for Tartan, because they move it around, they get that zone out of position, and then you can allow your wings to just drive right in on that baseline. Substitution for Mahtomedi as Schaefer will come back in, replacing Ryan Mawley, and a chance for the Titans to lead by 4. They've led by as many as 4 here in the second half. 7 lead changes so far tonight to complete the and 1. And that's, again, another adjustment that Tartan has made in that first half, 4 for 8 so far in half number 2. Perfect from the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that I'm sure they talked about in the locker room. Hey, guys, you know what? We weren't doing so hot with our free throws. Let's settle down. Let's take the time to set up. Let's breathe, and then let's make those count.
Carlson, and then back again to Schaefer. Underwood trying to avoid the pressure there. Goes back again for Schaefer, trying to drive into the basket. Blocked beautifully by a combination of Favors and DeMarco Celli. Vukamanovic from the far side wing. As again, they'll look to reset. 5 combined blocks for the Tartan Titans in this game. As resetting in at the point, there will be Dwayne Thompson. DeMarco Celli works it back here again to the point, looking around for Vukamanovic as the drive back in, then kick back out once again for Favors. Favor goes back to Thompson once more. Thompson trying to work around Underwood, goes back for Celli at the near side wing. Here with 4:36 in counting remaining, Tartan leads by 4. Back inside once again, it's Curtis Favors. Handles it from the wing. Goes again here for DeMarco Celli, trying to work around. Again, the Mahtomedi zone. They switch to a little bit of a man now. Far side again, Favors. Puts it inside, looking here and a chance for Derek Love. Timed the block well, but got the shot to go anyway. Derek Love with 3 points on the night. And the Tartan lead now 6.
Yeah, you know, those hesitations really help. Oh, wow. Never mind. Did you see that shot? Oofta.
Will Underwood with his first basket of the second half, and the lead cut to 3. Favors. Back on the far side again, goes for Celli. Goes back again to the far side once again, Vukamanovic. Looking to reset further, dribbles it down, then goes it back here again, looking for DeMarco Celli, trying to work around Carlson. Foul is called on the drive, and so we'll have another sideline throw upcoming. So with 3:30 remaining here in the second half, the foul will get called against Carlson. That'll be the 5th team, 3rd for Carlson. Substitutions for Mahtomedi as Ryan Mawley re-enters the game, as does A.J. Burns for the Titans.
You know, I think that the good thing, though, here is that neither team really has to worry too much about foul trouble.
Burns in out and bounded there for Thompson. Goes off the hand is the ruling by Ryan Mawley, a rule that I think is accurate. Onto the far side. DeMarco Celli. Drive into the basket by Love, and then blocked and fouled on the way by Owen Carlson, and the Titans heading to the line. So the 4th foul called against Carlson, 6th team foul for Mahtomedi, and 2 shots at the lineup coming for Derek Love. Again, the first miss there of the second half as Vukamanovic and Perkins set to re-enter the game. Perkins now, Vukamanovic next whistle. DeMarco Celli will come out for the time being, and then one more shot upcoming here for Derek Love. Tartan by 3. 3:19 remaining here, half number 2. Shot is good, and so the Tartan lead again is 4. As Vukamanovic comes back in, Derek Love back out. Full court pressure on here for Tartan. Schaefer looking to inbound, goes again here where it can be reset by Ryan Mawley. Mawley trying to outmaneuver Thompson, but Thompson so far has been the better. Into the front court. Johnny DeVore. Back here once again further for Schaefer. 3-ball for Carlson is no good. Rebounded here again by Molly, who tries to put it up. Favors, blocked, foul called, and the Zephyrs now heading to the line for 2.
Yeah, this is where these free throws are going to get really, really important. I mean, the 4-point game, I can't express how much they really do matter at this point.
Mahtomedi in the second half, 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Perfect 5 for 5 in the first half. First shot no good by Ryan Molly. Substitutions for the Zephyrs again. Cole McCown re-enters, as does Kyle Oswald. Marko Vukamanovic out for Tartan. Derek Love back in for the Titans. One more shot upcoming here for Ryan Mall, who has 2 points on the night. Does Molly, the 6'1 senior. Free throw is good. And so with that, Mahtomedi now 2 of 4 from the free throw line into the front court. Burns off the glass and in. And that's a big, quick response.
Yeah, you know, I mean, perfect pass, wide open. That's a fast break, and there's nothing that they could have done about that.
Underwood from 2 is no good. Rebounded there, controlled, and then taken away. 4 steals tonight for the Titans as they try to go onto the inbound. We're looking for Derek Love under the basket, out of bounds. Substitution again as Vukamanovic will come back in, replacing Love. Carlson back in as well will replace Cole McCown. That was baseline coming. Titans lead is 5. Ryan Molly, 2 points on the night, no 3 with the free throw. Into the front court. Schaefer from the near side wing. Foul is called away from the ball. This will be on Perkins. And that'll be the 7th team foul of the half for Tartan. They'll head to the bonus. So we got Underwood coming to take the shots. Carlson back out. And Cole McCown back in. Love back in, replacing Vukamanovic as the rotations continue here in the last 2 minutes. Again, Will Underwood, 25 points per game, averaged 19 through the first half, 5 so far in the second. Chance for 1-1 from the line. First shot is up, no good, and the rebound gotten to here by Curtis Favors.
You're going to wonder now, there's got to be a little bit more hurry in these guys, right? It looks like they're definitely playing more on ball. You don't have to start worrying about the fouling just yet, but sorry, I got kind of caught up in that play.
Perkins evading the double team, puts it back on the floor here for Thompson. Then once again back for Perkins. Perkins with 6 points on the night, trying to drive into the paint, puts it on low for Curtis Favors, but cannot get it. But as we've seen so many times today, the and one called, he gets his own rebound, and he puts it up to finish.
Yeah, definitely some strength there to get that back up there.
13 points on the night for Curtis Favors Jr. He averages 9.2. 1 free throw upcoming, as that'll be the second foul called against Mahtomedi's 20, Cole McCown. And the Zephyrs now with 7, so 1-on-1 the rest of the way, at least for Tartan. Favors with 1 more shot upcoming. He gets it to go, and again, it becomes probably annoying to have it said so many times. Free throws matter.
They do.
On the inbound, 1:46 remaining. Titans lead by 8. The alliterative Tartan Titans looking for win number 10 on the season. Molly for 3, it's good, and a good response by Molly, and another timeout on the court.
It was a beautiful little, took his time, put it in, nothing but net.
So Perkins and Love will sub back in, out of the timeout, in the timeout, 1:33 remaining here, second half, 59-54. Tartan leads. They trailed at the half by 8. What's worked so well for Tartan here in the second half?
I think they've just figured out the zone defense and how to maneuver around it. You know, once they did get the game close, they knew that they could get back in it, took some good shots, and then really it was all about ball control, right? I mean, they didn't make any sloppy passes, and they just kind of kept with it.
Upcoming contests for both of these teams. Next three for the Zephyrs: Simley, Hill Murray, South St. Paul, and Tartan. Next three, and well, why not? We'll go more. Upcoming schedule for the Titans at South St. Paul, at St. Thomas Academy, Hastings, North St. Paul, Mahtomedi, and Hill Murray. Next games coming up for us in our broadcast schedule. As you see, we have girls basketball, the I-622 rivalry, Tartan versus North, coming up here on Thursday. Then boys basketball on Monday, White Bear Lake Stillwater, Mahtomedi, South St. Paul on Thursday of next week. Then it's section time. Section 4A quarterfinals on the 15th, most likely at Mahtomedi or North Tartan, one of the two. Boys basketball, the 4A quarterfinals, either here or at White Bear Lake, we'll see. And then boys hockey, the Section 4AA final, one of my favorites, March 24th, probably at Aldrich Arena, as the Hill Murray Pioneers likely to be the #1 seed in Section 4AA. But of course, back to the hardwood, 1:30 remaining. Titans lead by 5. Perkins back again here for Love. Got to foul him, and they do. Foul goes against Schaefer, the 8th team foul for Tartan, so 1-1 upcoming. Be Love to the line to take it. Waiting to sub in. Now they will get the horn. DeMarco Celli in. And then Marco Vukamanovic awaiting. And then Ryan Molly back in, replacing Kyle Oswald. So a 5-point game here, a 1-1 upcoming here for Derek Love, who will sub out as soon as the free throw opportunities are completed. Derek Love. First shot is good. And Tartan in the second half, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Love now with 4 points on the night for Tartan. One more chance to complete the 1-1. And the Titan lead is 7. Now Vukamanovic comes in, replacing Love. And 5 points on the night for number 24 for Tartan. Schaefer on the inbound, looking here for Carlson. Back for Schaefer once more, as the Zephyrs look to increase their pace up the front court. Schaefer, Carlson again at the point, looking to drive in just from the high post, instead kicks back out. Rebound battled for Vukamanovic on it. Great play to get it up ahead here for Curtis Favors Jr. Curtis Favors Jr. back out once again for Burns, knocked out there by Carlson. Good spin move, foul is called, and we'll head to the line again. Lead now 7 for Tartan, as A.J. Burns will head to the line. He's got 5 points tonight. Foul on Mole, his second, team 9th of the second half. So one more foul away from the double bonus. And again, a great play on the read by Carlson, but a good recovery by A.J. Burns to keep that alive. So 2 shots potentially upcoming here on the 1-1. First shot is no good, and a rebounded gotten to here by Molly for the Zephyrs, who trail by 7. Less than a minute to go. Into the front court. Underwood pulls up a 3 on a great move, puts it up off the near side. Rebounded here by Curtis Favors, and then a turnover keeps the ball in possession. Foul is called away from the ball on the push, or on the ball rather, I should say. And so with Mahtomedi already in the single bonus, the foul called on Thompson, his 4th. We'll have more substitutions as Perkins and Love will come back into the game, replacing Vukamanovic and Shelley. And then Carlson and Schaefer back out for Mahtomedi, with DeVore and McCown back in on the 1-1. First shot is up and good.
This is where those shots are definitely going to matter. You know, we've got about 46.8 seconds left in the half. They got to do everything they can to get some shots.
Perfect from the line in that trip. And so a 5-point lead for Tartan. Love on the full court press, reach in and turnover, puts it up and draws the foul.
Wow, that was a quick turn of events.
And I agree with Mark Klingsborn. Full court press, they've seen it throughout the game from Mahtomedi. They should know how to be able to play that, and just a bad turnover and a bad foul.
Yeah, again, but I mean, you know, it doesn't matter unless these can go in.
First one does to start the 1-1. So Love with his first foul tonight. That would be the 9th team foul for Tartan. One foul away from the double bonus. And a second chance at the line. Shot is up, no good. Battled for. Favors, pushes, called, and will be headed to the other line for 2. And that's the kind of play that I think we needed to see off that first free throw opportunity, just that close out to that ball and just keep hold of it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the only thing you're going to do there is you're either A, going to create a jump foul, or you're B, going to draw a foul. So I think either way it goes, it's crucial to hold on to that rebound.
So Tartan by 4 here, 43.4 remaining. Favors at the line for 2. First shot is good. So Tartan again remains perfect here in the second half, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Favors on the night, he's got 14, looking to complete it and make it 15. One more shot upcoming for Favors. Tartan in the double bonus. Mahtomedi just in the single. One more shot for Favors is perfect. Right down the line. 6 for 6 in the free throw line. Carlson here with 40 seconds remaining, drives it into the front court. Carlson to the point, put back for Underwood. Underwood through the legs, trying to work around the DeVore screen, instead driving to the basket, blocked by Favors on a great play, putting back up, still trying to get to it. DeVore puts it up and draws the foul.
Offensive rebounds, we've said it before, we've said it again. They are crucial, and they're going to allow those second shot chances to really get there.
So the 1-on-1 upcoming here for 6'5" senior Johnny DeVore, who head to the line again for the 1-on-1. He's got on the night 6 points for Mahtomedi. Again, these two teams will close out their regular seasons against each other on the 13th of March. First shot is good. Substitutions again. McCown and Oswald back into the game for the Zephyrs. Love and Perkins back into the game for Tartan. So a 5-point game. One more shot upcoming here for Johnny DeVore. And defend, defend, defend if you're Mahtomedi. And if you're Tartan, get the ball in, wait for the foul.
You don't want to rush the foul either, though, because there's still plenty of time.
Shot goes up, battled for, gotten to again here. Nice move on the way, and then rebounded here, and that's exactly what Tartan needed to do. Foul is called, and heading to the line for 2 will be A.J. Burns.
Yeah, you know, but I feel like that shot was a little bit rushed. If they would have taken just a little bit more time, they could have found something a little better.
So A.J. Burns to the line for 2. The foul goes against DeVore, his 3rd. And so 2 shots upcoming here for A.J. Burns, averaging 9 points a game. And on the night so far, 5 points for number 14. His first chance is up and no good. So he'll have one more chance. Carlson and Schaefer back in. Vukomanovic, Shelley, and Dwayne Thompson back into the game for Tartan. One more shot upcoming here for Burns. And the first miss just there of Tartan in the second half from the free throw line. One more chance upcoming. A.J. Burns. No good off the front side, knocked into the air, still battled for. Favors with a great save, but right to Mark Klingspor, out of bounds. And then almost into the cleaning
hallway?
Equipment. Yeah, the cleaning equipment here. Again, Tartan High School in the court has done a very good job of their COVID protocols. Something hopefully we won't see again coming up in September or next year in November.
Sure would be nice.
On the inbound, Schaefer, 15 seconds remaining. Driving in the front court, tripped up there as he lost his footing, then out of bounds. Mahtomedi ball. So a sideline throw here, 10.8 remaining, 2-possession game. Let's see what they choose to do here. Underwood on the sideline, looking for the inbound. Here for DeVore, here with 10 seconds remaining, pulls it up here, does Underwood for 3, no good. Rebounded here by Burns, and that should just about do it. The foul comes, and we'll head to the line again with 3.5 remaining.
It's a crucial defensive rebound, and I mean, you just held it like we've said to do.
So with the win, provided the miraculous doesn't happen here in the last 3.5, Tartan will improve to 10-1 in the season, 8-1 in the Metro East. Mahtomedi Zephyrs will fall to 10-2 in the overall season, and then 8-2 in the Metro East. But if you're Mahtomedi, this isn't really a bad loss against one of the team's best, or
No.
one of the state's best.
No, not at all. I mean, they played great basketball. Underwood's got to be proud of his game. Schaefer played a good game. I think they all really did well. Tartans are a tough team.
And I think if you're both of these teams, you are anxiously awaiting the rematch, the reverse fixture on March the 13th at Mahtomedi High School. 0 for 2 from the line there. It won't matter. The horn will hit zeros. And a final tonight from Tartan High School as the Tartan Titans with a 5-point win. They trailed at the half by 8. It was their first time trailing at the half. They come back to win by 5 in a very close, very competitive game between the two.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the big things that stand out here is that the Tartans really, they didn't blow it away, right? Mahtomedi didn't play a bad game by any means. Both teams were in it the entire game, and it really could have swung either way with a little bit more momentum rather.
Well, Jordan, we appreciate you coming out here. I know you got a skedaddle. You got a couple young ones at home, so we'll let you take off and let you get where you need to be.
All right. Appreciate it.
For our broadcast crew tonight, again on camera, Stephen Adams, Anders Engstrom, and Chris Stotzman. In the truck, David Schuyler and Arlen Becker with Jordan Gustafson. I'm Alex Westad. The final tonight, 63-58. The Tartan Titans victorious as they improve to 10-1 on the season. This is your home for Mahtomedi Zephyr and Tartan Titan boys basketball, SCC Sports.